Hey everyone, my name's Jackie Rhodes. If you're here right now, you might be waitlisted at one of your dream schools and wondering how can I get off the waitlist of this school. So I was waitlisted at schools when I was a senior in high school, and I have a proven strategy that worked for me to get into my dream school and off the waitlist. So stick with me in this video and I'm going to run through the entire strategy and how you can use this too to get off the waitlist and into your dream school. When I was in high school, I was waitlisted at 5 schools. I was waitlisted at Vanderbilt, Harvard, Penn, Cornell, and Georgetown. So basically the first thing you want to do is decide which of these schools you want to go to the most, and also which one is the most feasible for you to get into. For me, that was Vanderbilt. So my strategy was to go all in with Vanderbilt. Now, what all in means is that that's the school that you're going to tell them no matter what, if they extend you an offer of admission, you will accept. So that doesn't mean you can't reach out to all of the schools. You should, just to have more options. But what all in means is that that school is going to be your number one choice. So before I dive deeper, I want to explain what waitlist means is not that you're not good enough. It's just that you might not have been the perfect fit for the class that they had. So colleges aren't looking for well-rounded students necessarily, they're looking for a well-rounded class. So when you get on the waitlist, it's not that you're not good enough, it actually means that you are good enough, that they're willing to take you. That's why they waitlisted you instead of rejecting you. But it does mean that there might have been something small missing from your application, or maybe there was something that wasn't quite strong enough to push you into that class. So in your waitlist letters that you send them, which I'm going to explain how to do, it's really important that you go over your new accomplishments that you've had during your senior year of high school, and maybe anything that you felt like might have been missing in your initial application. So my strategy for choosing which school I was going to go all in for was to think about what are my odds of getting off of these different waitlists. So on a Vanderbilt admissions blog, I found out that apparently every single year 10% of their class is from a waitlist, versus like I had heard at Harvard that it was really hard to get off the waitlist. I don't know. But anyway, I accepted all of my waitlists, and then I decided that I need to email all of them. Dear Ms. Prenticus. Ms. Prenticus was my admissions counselor by region, so you have to check who your admissions counselor is and then find their email. My name is Jackie Rhodes, and I'm a current high school senior at Staples High School in Westport, Connecticut. I recently applied to Vanderbilt and was placed on the waitlist. While I was extremely disappointed to hear that I was waitlisted, I understand that at such a selective university, hard decisions have to be made in the applicant review process, and I am grateful for the continued consideration. Vanderbilt is my first choice, and if offered a spot, I will 100% attend, and I bolded this line. I welcome any advice you can offer on how to move from the waitlist to a member of Vanderbilt's class of 2022. When I visited Vandy in late January, I fell in love with the campus, the people, and of course, the breadth of academic programs. At Vanderbilt, I plan to pursue coursework in the Human Organizational Development program. That's my major. I am confident that I will thrive in this environment and be a perfect fit due to HOD's emphasis on a deeper understanding of human behavior and contribution to the greater good. I will pursue the Leadership and Organizational Effectiveness track, which will provide me with the critical thinking, analytical, and interpersonal skills to be a leader in a wide variety of careers. So basically, I'm kind of explaining to them like exactly what I like about Vanderbilt, so it's not just like I want to go to Vanderbilt, like here's what I would do at Vanderbilt. Envision me as a Vanderbilt student. I've always been a dedicated and curious student. What a nerd. Although I applied to Peabody College, I would be equally as excited to be admitted to the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm confident I will contribute to the spirit and sense of community at Vanderbilt, and I'm eager to take part in arts organizations at Vanderbilt, such as VU Theater, the Vanderbilt Variations, and Music Outreach. Thank you for your continued consideration, and please let me know if I can provide any additional information or visit you in person. Best, Jackie. So basically, here's the format of your email and how it should go. So the first paragraph is going to be an introduction, reminding them who you are, what high school you go to, where you're from. In this paragraph, you also want to express the disappointment or sadness that you feel that you weren't accepted in regular decision, but also say that you understand, because you don't want them to feel like you're mad at them. This would also be the paragraph where you say and bold, this school is my first choice, and if admitted, I will accept. But you only do that to one school. And then what I did is I welcomed any advice. So any advice that she had on things I should pursue, more things I should send over. So that way she could kind of be on my team and give me any advice that she thought would help me. Then the next paragraph, I wrote about all the things academically that Vanderbilt offered, and in my other waitlist letters, all the academic things that the other schools offered that I really liked. And then in the third paragraph, I wrote about all of the extracurriculars I'd be involved in and why. So in my letter, I'm basically trying to give them a vision of the Vanderbilt student or the Harvard student or the Penn student that I would be if I got in. That way they might read this letter and say, she might actually really fit in here. So I did the same letter format for all the schools I got waitlisted on. Another thing I did is that I reached out to my interviewers at these schools and asked them to write me additional letters of recommendation. I did this with Vanderbilt and Harvard because these were the two schools that I really hit it off with the interviewers. So my interviewers for Harvard and Vanderbilt wrote to the school saying, you should really admit Jackie Rhodes, she'd be a great fit because this, I really liked this, blah, blah, whatever. Basically, basically you're trying to show them anything that they didn't see before and say like, here, look, here's why I'd be a great fit. Here's an alum who really likes me. Here's all the extracurriculars I'd be involved in. Here's all the academic stuff I'd be involved in. This is why this major is a great fit for me. So today actually marks the 2-year anniversary of when I got my acceptance letter from Vanderbilt. I was in a rehearsal for a play I was in, got the email on my phone unexpectedly, and it was just in the body of the email. And it was just like, congratulations, you got in. I immediately was just in shock. Started like kind of a laugh crying, and then I just walked out of the room and called my mom. I understand it can be so frustrating whenever you're on the wait list for a bunch of the schools that you want to go to, and you thought that the application process for college was over, and then all of a sudden it's not. It sucks. So all I can recommend is that you give it your all, because once I got off the wait list at Vanderbilt, all of the work I put in was worth it. I love Vanderbilt so much, and it really is the perfect fit for me, and I'm so glad that I gave it my everything to be a part of it, because at the end of the day, I'm so happy. So just a quick overview of generally how waitlist admissions work. So they start considering waitlist candidates on May 1st after they know all of the kids who are and aren't going to their school. So Vanderbilt's first round of waitlist acceptances is on May 2nd. They just turn it around really fast, and then it really just continues throughout the summer. One of my closest friends at Vandy had gotten into Columbia and was on the waitlist for Vanderbilt, but he really wanted to go to Vandy, and he didn't even get off the waitlist for Vanderbilt until like June or July. So it kind of spans from that first May 2nd all the way throughout the summer. So just keep trying, keep reminding them of all the things you're doing at your high school, keep reminding them what a great fit you'd be at this school. I was so upset when all of the schools that I wanted to go to put me on a wait list, and I was like, I worked so hard for this, and I kind of felt rejected. I didn't feel like it was a wait list or there was hope. I felt like it was just like that was it. But being on the wait list is promising. It does mean that you have a shot. It does mean that they did like you. You just need to prove yourself a little more. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Comment below if you have any questions about the waitlist process, anything else I did, or the application process for Vanderbilt, or just how Vanderbilt is in general, and I'm happy to answer them. Bye, guys!